Tune in, tune in, tune in. Hold up. Let's unmute this. Tune in, tune in, tune in. Hold up. Let's unmute this. Tune in, tune in, tune in. Tune in, tune in, tune in. The Black Carrot Party presents the Real Talk Show. We talk about friendship, love, and purpose. Friendship has everything to do with aura. Love is the more, and purpose is about saving time. I am JRX36, and this is an All Ages Alliance production. And we're about to hop straight up in this box and go back in time. Where we going? We going to like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, something like that. So let me go ahead and share my screen. That way you can hop in the box that goes in the box, in the box, in the box, in the box, in the box. I know. It doesn't make sense if this is your first time watching, but this is the box, and this is how we hop in the box of the box. So I believe this is a couple days ago. Boom, boom.
Tune in. The Black Carrot Party presents the Real Talk Show, where we talk about friendship, love, and purpose.
Now he's whispering. I'm whispering because
Friendship.
I'm whispering because I've been doing a lot of these lives in the morning, like 6-ish, 7-ish, before I go to work. So let me get this light a bit different. Well, I guess that's a. I'm not feeling the lighting too much. Boom. We'll leave it at that. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, so I've been doing lives in the AM, the Zooms in the AM. So I didn't want to wake many people up. So I was trying to keep it down. Looks like I don't have IU yet, so he must have still been sleeping. But yeah, look, we're gonna jump straight into it. It should be a good episode. On this episode, we went to POF. We went to a dating site and we did a review, did a commentary. So check it out.
Friendship has everything to do with aura. Love is more, and purpose is about saving time. I am JRX36, and this is an All Ages Alliance production.
That's right.
We're gonna straight get into it. I was gonna hop in the box, but today we're just gonna go straight into live. We're gonna go into a dating app, and we're gonna read profiles, and we're gonna just talk about it. Why not? Yesterday I found an old video that we hopped in the box and went and checked out. So today I'm inspired to just find the brand new profile to go learn more about. Okay, here goes. Let's see. So we're gonna just randomly select the profile, read it, and just chop it up. Just talk about it. See what we. All right. So I'm looking at the pictures right now. I'm sure you like to look at the pictures with me, but for the sake of privacy, we'll spare this person's picture. But they got 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures. Pretty smile. This is an older lady. I say older lady. In reference to the main audience. I guess it's not a main audience. So this is. I'll just give you the age. It's a woman, 44. 5'6", photographer, some college, single, actively seeking a relationship, seeking a man for dating. Brown eyes, brown hair, female, a few extra body pounds, non-religious, other ethnicity. About me, outdoor adventures. Lifestyle, no, so no, about me is the section where people have an opportunity to describe themselves or what they're looking for. Lifestyle, no smoking, social drinker, no drugs, very ambitious, doesn't have kids, undecided or open to having kids. More about this person. They don't have pets, they're a traveler, they have a car, don't have a second language, longest relationship over 6 years. Conversation starters. Great conversation over a bottle of wine or pots of coffee. Yeah, so let's talk about this profile. Now, on the pictures alone, I think the pictures are great. I think the pictures now, let me see too, there's 4 pictures, no full body picture, which I think is important. Although she did mention she's like a full figured woman, a few extra pounds, and it's noticeable based on like the pictures of her upper body. it is somewhat noticeable. However, they're really great pictures, really pretty smile, eyebrows on fleek. That's what they be saying. That's what the kids be saying. Eyebrows on point, pretty smile, pretty eyes. She is showing some cleavage in some of the pictures, and I guess that's relevant. This is a dating site, and essentially people are selling themselves. They are promoting themselves, and in promoting yourself, you want to be able to show or express your best assets. And in this case, physically, I think that she's accomplished the job of being physically attractive. Out with the old, in with the new is like the tag. I guess that's a tagline. I guess that might be a bit, that might be an identifier. But either way, that changes. That's like a common phrase. So out with the old, in with the new. So this person's ready for change. They're ready for a transition, which ideally, for many people, it's a relationship. It's like you're out with the old, in with the new. Maybe her last relationship was a 6-year relationship, or maybe it wasn't. But she's like, yo, I want different. I want different. And I get it. So many of us want different. So she's shooting a shot, photographer. No wonder her picture's so dope. She's a photographer. But then again, who's not a photographer in the year 2021? Seems like everyone is. I mean, if you have a phone and you got an Instagram or you use your Facebook to put pictures up, you're a photographer. A lot of people take their pictures seriously. Now, it doesn't mean that you got formal training, and I don't think that formal training is necessarily necessary. Um, but there is a value to having formal training over just. There's a value. You get to learn from another person, and it'll help you save time in some areas, especially if you have good questions or if they are a good teacher, instructor. Okay. About me, outdoor adventure. So this person wants to go out. It's like, yo, we ain't trying to be no pen pals. Like, I'm not trying to go back and forth, texting, messaging, etc. Like, I want to get straight to it. So, I mean, overall, the profile, I would say if I had to like either thumb up or thumb down or sideways, I'd put it like heading up. It's heading up, but it needs. I, this profile will be attractive to individuals that are more physical because there's not much mental going on. It's like about me, outdoor adventures. Like there's not any substance. Like I can only gauge my interest based on um, the facts. Like, all right, age, height, you know, education, like the basics. Like I'm not able to peek into her mind. Um, So that's a downfall. I mean, if you're really serious about attracting an ideal partner, throw some non-negotiables out there. Throw some non-negotiables out there so that it's easier for you to weed through who you got. Now, granted, this person may be really good at weeding through what she wants to weed through, but either way, initial impression is I would have liked to hear more about her. But other than that, we're gonna keep it moving. But that okay. Let's go ahead and check this one out. All right. Match your words with your actions. That's the tagline. Match your words with your actions. I see one picture, two pictures, three pictures, four pictures, five pictures, six pictures, seven pictures, eight pictures. I see eight pictures. There's a full body picture. There's like so this shows the full range of like this is upper body, lower body, side. Like this person wanted you to see their whole body. Um, and I'm pretty. I like to look for excuses to give compliments, and I would give compliments to this person. Physically, they are attractive. Let's see, smile. It's pretty, so now there's a pretty. Like when I think pretty smile, I'm thinking smiles that like go up, like pretty smile. There's like flat smiles. There's even like there's flat smiles and there's like frown smiles somehow. But I call pretty smiles that go from ear to ear. That's a pretty smile. And then for the most part, teeth show, and it's like pretty smile, pretty teeth. Maybe some dimples pop out. That's attractive. So this person, I don't necessarily see the dimples, but the smile is it's almost a pretty smile. Like so, I would give the compliment pretty smile when it's ear to ear. If I don't see an ear to ear smile, I wouldn't call it a pretty smile, although they might be pretty. I refrain from talking about lips too much. I mean, I have in the past, but I think I've discovered that talking about like, hey, pretty lips, like that's like a bit extra. Like I rather say smile than lips. Lips make me feel like maybe objectifying them. I don't want to objectify, although for some people they like that, which let's speak facts. Some people like to be objectified, but I wouldn't want to come out the gate. I wouldn't want to come off rip. I wouldn't want to come off from the beginning talking about lips. I mean, I guess let me back up. If you're looking to date or you're looking to be in a relationship, that might not necessarily be the best opening, depending on the quality of relationship you're trying to get, like, or even the balance. Like, if you're more physical and you're looking for a more physical relationship and you're more flexible when it comes to the mental, emotional, then I mean, that might be a strategy because you might be able to attract and find someone like that. However, I don't know. All right, so let's keep looking through the pictures. Oh, so this one I see a tattoo. Let me see if I see any other ones. Okay. Well, now I see the tattoo in the full body picture. It's by the ankle and the foot, and it is like her legs are kind of crossed, and it's positioned in the front. So the leg with the tattoos in the front of the back leg. But now I see a picture of her sitting, and I see the tattoo. It's like it's interesting location by the ankle, which is kind of like an erotic zone. I'm thinking, I believe that like wrists and ankles are like private, like you don't want just anybody touching your ankles. Like, nah, don't touch my ankle or my wrist. Like, we can shake hands if we need to, but like, don't touch my wrist. Like, it's kind of private, right? Um, okay, look, another picture where she's showing the tattoo, right? Like, look at here, right? Because she could have used the other hand. Like, look at here, right? So that tattoo, this is a tattoo on the wrist. So she got tattoos on the wrist and the ankles. That speaks loudly. That speaks loudly. And then the last picture is just like looks like an elevator, maybe. Different outfit. So she's not thin. Let's see what she described. A few extra pounds. It's the kind of body that she claims to have, a few extra, and she does have a few extra pounds. I see what she means. However, she carries it well. Looking for someone that has made it to a point in their life where they are both stable and successful. That says a lot. There's a lot of clarity in that. Stable and successful. So stable means no drama. Like, yo, you settled into a place where you are absent of drama, right? Or mental emotional drama. And then successful. So successful means like you're happy. Now, for some people, it could also mean that you're financially well off, and there may be something to that. And I think that's part of it. I don't think it's a negative thing to say that. I think it's important to express the truth. If you want someone that's successful, like she could have said wealthy, she could have been more direct, but she chose successful. So she may not necessarily just mean that, although that could be part of the formula, the equation. And I agree. I think it should be okay to desire to want to be with someone that's successful. But she's saying, I want someone that's already there. Like, I'm not trying to like grow you. I'm not trying to be the water that waters you, the sunlight that like causes you to grow. So then that's a pretty direct line, meaning like, yo, you need to be there. I'm here. I'm here. You need to be here. So you got to show up correct. Like, we're not trying to grow. Like, we're not 20 anymore. She's 31. So we're not 20 anymore. We trying to like, I want to pick up from 30, right? Like all the way up. So I see where she's going. You can only fake it for so, I mean, and like, she's like, yeah, and some of you guys got good game. You talk a good game because we online and we can't see each other. But like, you can only fake it for so long because when you pull up in the, right? Now, does it mean that pulling up in the means that you're not successful? It doesn't, but it's part of a perception. And depending on the game that you're playing, right? Like if you're trying to play the game of becoming famous or rich and famous, then there's an expectation that you're backing it up with material things to show it. Like, yo, if you got that Rolex, I know how much you had to work to earn that if you're doing it legally. I could assume how much time and energy it took you to have the idea on what you got to do to earn that. Right. So this matters. Like, it's not like you're being superficial just because you're talking about a person's financial success, because it takes work to be successful. All right. So you can only fake it for so long. So if that's not you, please don't pretend. LOL. Like, I'm gonna catch you. Like, don't even play. Now, granted, I'll give you a little bit more a little bit later because I'm thinking that this person might be pretending. Like, this might be like a catfish. In fact, I should pursue that so I can let you know, and then I'll give you the full scoop. Right. So please don't pretend. Consistency and persistence are appreciated. Consistency and persistence. So when I think consistency, I mean like every day. Like, I want to stay connected. Like, I'm not trying to like meet someone where the connection's gonna be weak. That every weekend, like, it kind of like disconnects, and then I don't hear from you. Then now you're here. Like, you need to be consistent and you need to be persistent. So persistent means that you need to make an effort. Meaning like you are pursuing. So now there's a guy. Now I'm listening to like gender role dynamics. So this person is taking a position. This person is taking a position. She's positioning herself on the feminine side of the masculine femininity scale, if that makes sense. And maybe my future self can like go into more detail on that. All right. She's saying like you need to be consistent and persistent. And that's appreciated. And when I think of persistency, I'm thinking about a pursuer. You know, you need to pursue. Now, I may be reaching there, so we could talk about that. I may be reaching. However, that's what I'm interpreting. There's nothing more attractive than a man of his word. Word, word. What's the like? If you say something and you can't back it up, or if you say something and you're not doing it, like that's a red flag. Red flag. That's a red flag. I don't know. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. Red flag means that's like a potential area of disruption. So there's nothing more attractive than a man of his word. Looking for a man led by God. That's like I guess she's serious about this. If this is a true account, like you want, like this is like, we talk about rainbows and hearts, and you got to pursue one. Like it appears that she's been thinking about this. Now, if a person shows up that are not showing these, will she take the bait? Right? Will she be led by a person's success and then ignore whether they're led by God or not? Now that's a question. That's a question. So looking for a man led by God, because the idea is if you're a man led by God, you likely will not be abusive. You likely will not be like physically abusive, verbally abusive. And now the reason I bring up verbal abuse is because often it's not uncommon for narcissistic tendencies to be associated with individuals that are successful. And we could argue that, right? Like there's levels to it, of course, but that's a reality that we could talk about. You might not agree, that may not be your perception, and that's cool. But it exists, and maybe I'll speak on it just to that degree. Like I've experienced individuals that are quote unquote successful that are coming off as narcissistic. Not to say that they are narcissists, but they may have narcissistic tendencies. Now, granted, it's because, in my opinion, aspects of the system, our financial systems, are set up in a way that you have to be self-interested to a certain degree in order to have the drive and motivation, or in order to be able to go through the process of becoming successful. Like when adversity comes in, when people are being oppositional, defiant, when you're not able to build, like all that matters. Okay, so this person ought to be cultured, diverse, down to earth, and seasoned to life. So she's looking at me seasoned. That tells me older. I would tell me if she really thought about it. I'm seasoned means older. I'm seasoned. Like I've been there, I've done that, and now like there comes that's when you're seasoned, right? Now doesn't mean that you all the way wise. Doesn't mean that, but you could be seasoned. So okay, so I mean, this was because he compared to the other about me, like this is what I'm referring to. Like this is effort. Like I can see her mind, right? Assuming that this is true, and I want to believe that it's true, right? That's how I'm coming. I don't want to come in with a pessimistic, like let me just come with a perspective, an optimistic perspective, and let the moment arrive when then I change my mind, rather than coming in pessimistically, because then you know what good is that? Now the good is that well, you could push someone who is being optimistic enough and away because of the way that you pressure when you're desiring to know the truth, whether this is a catfish or not. Because that's a lot of people think catfish, and there's like a pessimistic approach. But I think there's a reason. Like there's like a lot of people go on these sites and with the intention of scamming or frauding or committing fraud. So I understand. However, there's a consequence. So you want to be conscious of whether you come in at everybody like thinking that they're a catfish. Not a smoker, social drinker, doesn't use any drugs, very ambitious, has kids, wants kids. Hey, 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 get over here, little guy. My little man's up. And we talking about dating. So you about to learn about dating today, are you? You about to learn about dating today? Hold up, where we at? Yeah. You about to learn about dating, even if it's for a little bit. Doesn't have a pet. She's a princess. She has a car. Doesn't have a second language. Longest relationship over 9 years. Hey, what's that? So this person's seasoned to life. Like, yo, if you're in a relationship for 9 years, you got some seasoning. You got some seasoning. Get over here, guy. Get over here. All right. Conversation starters. What do you believe a man's role in the relationship is? I asked this to help determine compatibility. Please answer. This is on point. Like, this person is fishing for real. That person, come on. that person's fishing for real. What that means is like she's seeking to understand compatibility. So she's looking for ease. Because I understand that. Like when I talk about compatibility, I'm talking about I want ease. Now, if you're not necessarily like if you're a jokester, if you like pranking, compatibility is not necessarily everything. Now, granted, be ready to get the consequences of your joking and your pranking. Like the people that are into that, I hope that you like that. Oh, oh, you see the books back there? That's where the markers are at. That box right there is where the markers are at. That's Janine's one of Janine's toy bag, and that's a box of paper, printer. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Allow me to introduce to you IUV. Mwah. Thank you for joining us. IUV got some teeth coming in right there, right there. Oh, you can't see it. IUV got some teeth coming in, and so IUV in the box. Are you in the box now? We talking about dating. You gonna be dating? Okay. What are you looking for? Rainbows or hearts, buddy? Are you gonna be focused on your purpose, your passion, or are you gonna be looking for love? Because if you do both, good luck. Why? Because I tried, and that's like, you know what I mean? Like, it takes time. It's like you got to focus on one, and
Good luck. So what that mean is I tried. Let me tell you what tried means, right? Because I prefer to not even use that word as much as I am able to. So what did it mean to try? So to try to do both means to give attention to both, meaning you could give all your attention to your relationship, or you can give part of your attention to your relationship, part of your attention to your career. And what I'm saying is you got to choose one to focus on all the way, and the other one you got to completely ignore. In future episodes, I'll speak more about why I didn't completely ignore the relationship side. I focused on work and focused on relationships, both. And good luck. That's the best I could say, because time away, any amount of time away from your focus on your pursuit of your purpose is time that you're not taking advantage of momentum. You're not taking advantage of maximizing your purpose. Now, I do believe in balance, and I do believe that you can make time for other things, but when it comes to life, I mean, it's either your career or your intimate life. You got to pick one, at least in the beginning. Like, I do believe that you can focus on your career and then, do everything you got to do, and then you'll be ready to date once you're all the way set and you're confident and you're happy with what you're doing. Now, if you're not and you're pursuing a relationship, then I'm saying focus all the way 100 on your relationship, on finding which any extra time that you guys should be spent finding or becoming aware of what your soulmate would look like if you saw him or her. Whatever your soulmate looks like, then you want to be able to be ready to see that person when you meet that person. And doesn't mean that you don't go work. Yeah, you could do both. You could work. But when I speak of purpose, the reason I'm saying you can't do both is because you only got so much free time. You sleep so much time, you work so much time, or you go to school for so much time. So this is attention that's being given to something different: work, school, etc. But how many hours do you have to yourself? And out of that time that you have to yourself, you're going to be taking care of your physical hygiene. You're going to be possibly listening to music, possibly listening to audiobooks, or watching TV or watching movies. So out of that time, you need to make space for your purpose. And what I'm saying is, if you're not giving 100% time to your focus, then that's time that's not being used towards building momentum in that direction. Now, that other category of intimate relationship, that's a big category, just as big as career. So if you're watching TV, listening to music, focusing on your purpose, and focusing on getting someone else at the same time, there's not enough time for you to do it right. Good luck. It's going to take you years unless you stumble upon it. And the odds of you stumbling upon happiness in that way, it takes work. So I'm going to say good luck. Otherwise, you could figure out that you're going to choose one. And if you're pursuing your purpose, then there's a way to pursue your purpose. That means that when you're pursuing your purpose, you're not emotionally available for a relationship. I'm just putting like that. That's what it means to choose rainbows over hearts. It means you're not emotionally available to be in a relationship because you need to be mentally sound and prepared to be in pursuit of your purpose. And you can try to do both again, that's on you. But good luck. Now, if you're gonna choose relationships, and that means you focus all your energy on what it means to get closer to your soulmate. What is it? What does your soulmate look like? How do they sound like? How are they gonna be like? You gotta be able to visualize it clearly. That way, when you meet them, you know. And then once you meet your partner, then you guys can go pursue a purpose. Right now, in the meantime, just work for somebody else's vision. Be the best number two for somebody else. Be the best number three, meaning find an individual, an entrepreneur, find a business person, and be their number two. You know, so support someone else on their vision while you're pursuing love. That's the key, because you got to be productive for somebody. And I'm saying, be productive for somebody else, right? Be productive for somebody else. Be their number two, be their number three, whatever number you feel comfortable that you can handle. um, then focus on this relationship, and then once you meet that person, then you guys together can go form some business or do some joint venture, whatever it is you're going to do, where then you guys can do that together if that's how you choose to do it. But I'm just putting out some game on, ways to, be able to have success in your dating life, if that's what you're choosing to have, or have success in your professional life, if that's what you're pursuing, um, above love. So let me continue.
If you want to be successful, if you want to if you want to save time, you got to focus on one. How about that? Otherwise, then get the time out of it. Now, if you're looking for your love life, do like this person. This person is clear about who they're looking for. Like, you got to be stable, successful. They know what compatibility looks like, sounds like. So they got a question like, yo, what's a man's role? You tell me, and that's gonna tell me like whether we about to click. Like, is you a man's man? Is you like a modern man? Like, what kind of man are you? And then that's gonna determine whether we even pursue anything. I don't know. You tell me, like, what do you think? Do you think that was a good profile? Like, would you be interested in dating this person? Tell me why. Tell me why not. If I was seriously looking to be in a relationship, um, I don't know. I mean, I think that I would be curious enough to want to send a message, and that would be and with this person in particular, I did, So I dropped a gem, right? So I dropped a gem. So when I drop a gem, that's like a compliment, right? Now, everyone don't understand like what's that mean. Like, you drop like it's a diamond. You drop like what's that mean? It's a compliment. If you ask, a compliment. So
And what that means is I went to the profile, and in the message I sent her, I inserted an image and emoji of a diamond. So I dropped a gem, just so if you got lost for a minute, that was my opening line, so to speak.
I dropped the gem, and then she responded, and I responded, and one conversation led to the other. But real quick, it was like, let me just get it. Let me just get it. Now, I am not pursuing a long-term relationship. I'm not. I I like to engage. I like to talk, and I like to get to know people. And so let's see. So she wrote hello, right? Like, you
My profile clearly states that I'm not looking for a relationship.
dropped the gem, so I'm gonna say hello. And then I said, yo, why princess and not queen, right? Because there's like the princess vibe, there's the queen vibe. So like, from her perspective, I wanted to know like, yo, why princess and not queen, right? Because there's kings out here. There's kings and princes, I guess, for like, and I want to be a king. I don't really talk about. I mean, I got my son; he calls himself Prince. I mean, I guess there's some people that vibe with that energy, right? So then I'm like, okay, why queen? Why princess and not queen? And then her answer was like bratty tendencies,
Right.
bratty tendencies, right?
I was like, okay, Brady, I see you. And I could deal with brats, I think brats are cool. In fact, I enjoy pleasing brats. I like to say yes.
That speaks loud, right? That speaks loud. So what
Wow.
does it mean to be bratty, right? Let's talk about that. And I'm not gonna read anymore unless me and her hop on and then we can talk together about it because then it almost feels like kissing and telling, although ain't no kissing happened because it's all, oh maybe that was a digital kiss. Yes. So dropping them gems is like digital kissing, right?
Oh,
Like kissing the cheek, maybe like, right?
did you catch that? So that means whenever I send these compliments, that's like giving them a kiss. Oh man, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. I don't know if I want to say all that.
Oh wow, I gotta cut this grass. So yeah, so bratty, right? What does it mean to be bratty? Um, Bratty is like that immature energy. And that's why she says not queen all the way. In my opinion, it's like that. And I don't mean it in a negative way. It's like that whiny, like help.
Whiny, complaining, maybe. So some call it whining, some might call it complaining. Um, but giving the vibe that they're incapable of fully caring for themselves or something to that effect.
Help, like please, please, please energy that some people enjoy. I enjoy it. It's like, it's like a little game almost. But that a person who's unhealthy or has been traumatized, that's also bratty, like that could be a problem. That's hard to handle. Now, some guys are into handle. Like I am not opposed to dealing with or handling brats because like I can say, oh, that's cute, right? Now it's only cute to a certain extent, right? Like it's not cute when it's affecting business, right? It's not cute when I can't go work because you're jealous, so you think that I'm up to something, right? Like it's not.
Yeah, it's not cute when they trying to hurt you, like they swinging on you or trying to cut you or whatever. That's not cute when Bratty goes way out there like that.
Cute when you're like overspending or being financially like irresponsible because it's a way of revenge, right? Like it's a way of getting attention, right?
It's not cute when you're getting in arguments with like neighbors or you're getting in arguments at the local grocery store, Walmart, etc. Wherever you shop, like where you shop, like if you getting into arguments with strangers, like because of your bratty tendencies, because you might feel entitled or you might feel whatever you might feel, it might not be all the way that cute no more.
So that's where Bratty can, and then I could continue to list the ways that Bratty can kind of like go south. And like when I say go south, I mean go wrong. I mean, there's a lot of ways, a lot of different ways that I can envision that. Now, I also recognize that being a brat is a superpower because it's like
Being a brat is a superpower. Listen up. Being a brat is a superpower. I mean, they are influencers. So be prepared to be influenced. Now, what makes it even more challenging is that influence is gonna come with a tad bit of seduction. So if you're vulnerable to being seduced, a brat can wrap you around her little finger.
it's like, oh, I'm using my charm or my attractiveness in order to influence you into doing what I would like for you to do, or persuade you, or seduce you, right? So seduction would be the correct word if there's intimacy, if they're practicing intimacy, if they're like touching, changing body fluids, etc. Right? So like, what's the superpower? Like some brats have like the voice superpower, like the shift in tone. They master that. They know how to find the tone where then they can complain and adjust the cutest tone, and then boom, that's it. Like they're able to um with their tone, they're able to seduce you. For some people, it's their touch. Like they know how to like put their hand down your back or down your side or like on your head or your hair. For some people, is the words that they choose. It's like they speak with a lot of words of endearment, and then with others, it's like their emotions. Like they are passionate about what they're passionate about, and they're not, and they are happy to show it. They're happy to express it. So those are superpowers that a bratty personality capitalizes on, right? Like there's privilege that comes with having the ability to do those things. And for some personalities, some like I think is cute. Like, as long as you're not being manipulative or deceptive, I think it's cute. And then it could come off as being manipulative, but if we've agreed that that's okay, like so for instance, her admitting that she's bratty is like, yo, like know what you're getting yourself into, right? Know what you're getting yourself into. So Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. It's been dope. It's been great. I really enjoy doing these commentaries on profiles. I forgot I was doing that. This is all part of it. Like I'm just trying to do a little bit of everything. So when I get to binge watch me, when I go on these binge watches, uh, I can get a variety of experiences by watching. And you know, I want to be able to like address friendship, love, and purpose, and they're all connected, right? So here we go. Today was jumping in the box of the app on my old phone, right? Jumping in the box of a app that I should have put on. Okay, in the future, maybe let's see. Like I might just start showing pictures. We'll see. I just really think I prefer to have the permission of the person. So maybe I can go get permission from this person, have them watch this, and then hop in the box with them and talk. So that's the plan right there. All right, it's been good. Take care. Tune out, tune out, tune out. The Black Hair Party has presented the Real Talk Show, where we talk about friendship, love, and purpose. Friendship has everything to do with your aura. Love is a more, and purpose is about saving time. And time is about mindset. I am JRX36, and this is an All Ages Alliance production. Yo, say deuces. Say deuces.
Deuces.
Say bye bye. Say hasta luego, amigo.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, let me stop the share. Here we are. JJ, Day, you want to tune us out, please? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Tonight,
You gotta
the
get
Black Hair Party
closer.
has presented the Real Talk Show, talk about friendship, love, and purpose. That was your host, JRX36, and we will see you next time. Take care now. Bye bye.
Dos, cinco.